If you don't know me, I'm Miss Sam. I work for the library, and today I have a cooking video for you. So this one's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be baking. Now, I am not a baker. I don't bake often. When I bake, it comes out of a box. So this could go one of two ways. It can go well, or it can go very poorly. So we're just going to take this journey together. Okay. So I am using a cookbook here that you can get at the library. This is called Kawaii Sweet World. This is by Rachel Fong. She is a YouTuber who does lots of baked goodies. Can you not right now? Okay. Got rid of the cat. So if you don't know what kawaii means, that is a Japanese term. It basically means anything cute. I could even show you the cover of the book here. You can see the little cupcake shaped cookie with the little face on it. So cute stuff. Today I'm going to be making unicorn cupcakes. Let me see if you can see that there. So like I said, I'm not much of a baker, but we're gonna see how this goes anyway. So I'm going to start with the ingredients you need to make these unicorn cupcakes. And we got a lot going on here. I've got 3 cups of flour. Now the book calls for cake flour. So if you're trying to bake these, go ahead and use cake flour. I'm using gluten-free flour because my husband can't have gluten and I can't eat 24 cupcakes. So we're just going to see how that goes. I'm not really sure how it's going to turn out. The cake, like I said, I usually make cakes from boxes, not from scratch, so we're just gonna see how this goes. All right, I've got 2 cups of sugar. Over here, I have 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a half a teaspoon of baking soda, and 1 teaspoon of table salt. What else do we got? We have half a cup of butter, so that's 1 stick of butter, cut into little 1/2-inch cubes, half a cup of canola oil, 4 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and half a cup of confetti quins. Confetti quins are a type of sprinkle. Can you really not, cat? What are you doing? Confetti quins are a type of sprinkle. I'm going to try to come in close here so you can see. These are just the kind of flat sprinkles that look like confetti. I missed something. We also have 1 cup of buttermilk. So don't forget that. That's supposed to be, so the buttermilk, and the eggs are all supposed to be at room temperature when you make this. So make sure you give them a little bit of time to sit out. So that's everything for the cake. We still need the ingredients for the frosting. I'm making that from scratch too. So for the frosting, I've got 3 cups of confectioner's sugar, 2 tablespoons of milk, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and 2 sticks of butter. I thought that sounded a little excessive, but I'm just going by the book here. So I am going to go ahead and preheat my oven. That's what I'm going to do. All right, so I've got the oven preheating to 350 now. My cupcake tins are lined with paper liners already, and I'm gonna get started on the cake here, so let's just dive on in. All right, so step 1, preheat the oven, line your cupcake liners. Okay, great. In a stand mixer. Oh, okay, yeah, we're off to a great start with these unicorns. I don't have a stand mixer. I just have this cheapo hand mixer. It's just gonna have to do. If your parents have a stand mixer, all the better, but I guarantee it's not even necessary, so. Okay, so we're gonna combine the flour. So I'm gonna dump that into my big bowl here, set that aside. I'm going to add my sugar. Whoosh, there we go. And then my baking soda, baking powder, and salt. Boop. There we go. I'm going to stir these up. Make sure they're really nice and combined. The recipe says to use the mixer for this, but that sounds like it's going to make a huge mess. So I'm going to mix the dry ingredients just with my spatula here. Okay. Now we need to do the wet ingredients. So, in a separate bowl, whisk together the eggs, buttermilk, oil, and vanilla. All right. Egg time. I always crack my eggs on the counter, not the edge of the bowl. I know it might be kind of intuitive to use the edge of the bowl, but that can break the shell too much. I usually end up with more shells in my eggs if I crack them on the side of the bowl than if I crack them on the counter. So that's my tip for you. If you haven't learned to crack eggs yet, you should. You just give it a good tap, stick your thumb in there, and out it pops. All right, you rinse up. Okay, so I've got my eggs. I can move this out of the way. Eggs, buttermilk, oil, and my vanilla. And it says to whisk this. So, where is my... I actually have a whisk attachment for my mixer. So I'm going to pop out the beaters. These are called beaters, if you didn't know that. Put my whisk attachment in there. And electricity would help. Plug that in. Okay, and I'm just going to mix these up. Perfect. All right. Gradually add the wet ingredients to the dry ingredients and beat just until combined. Okay. So this is one of those, we don't want to over mix it. A lot of baking recipes can get messed up if you over mix them. So you want to be careful with that. So I'm going to switch back to my beaters. All right, I'm gonna get, I missed something. What did I miss? I forgot to add the butter to the dry ingredients. Okay. So before I add the wet ingredients, I need to put the butter in the dry ingredients and beat that together until it's like a sandy consistency. Alright, that's not going well. That is making a mess. But I kind of have to do it, so I'm just going to keep at it and see what happens. It's making such a mess! Like, do you see this? I am going to be covered in flour. like sand, but I am covered in flour, so this is just going great. Okay, so now I am going to add in the wet ingredients slowly. So I'm just gonna hope this is okay. The butter's a little bit chunky. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just making this up as I go. Okay. So I'm gonna get the beaters out there. I kind of really want to taste it. You're not supposed to because there's raw egg in it. You can get salmonella, but I'm gonna taste it. It's delicious. All right. Get those out of the way. Next, I need to fold in the sprinkles. Yes, the sprinkles go in the cake. This is a fun one. So I'm going to dump those in. And there's my oven preheated. Perfect. I'm just going to fold these in with my spatula. Oh, that looks fun. I can't believe I'm baking cake from scratch. I seriously never do this. And it's all for you. It's all for you. My, like, 2 viewers. All right, set that aside. Now it's time to fill my cupcake tins. Got the batter in the tins. That's gonna go in the oven for 16 to 18 minutes. All right, and remember that's at 350. So I'm just going to start with 16 and see how they look. Unplug that. Actually, no, I still need that. Cut that out. All right, so now that my cupcakes are in the oven, I'm going to work on the frosting. So for that, let's see, is my butter soft enough? One of them is. Woo. To make the frosting, beat the butter on high. Oh, I need the beaters. Now that I got my beaters all nice and clean, beat the butter on high speed until smooth, about 1 minute. And get this to go in right. There we go. All right, so I'm just gonna beat the butter until it's nice and smooth. never heard of that before, so I'm just gonna assume that's right. Okay. Gradually add in the confectioner's sugar and beat until combined. Okay, so this is probably gonna make another gigantic mess. Yay, here we go. Okay. Oh my goodness gracious. I am seriously covered in a layer of flour and sugar. Alright. Beat in the vanilla and the milk until combined. Alright, so remember this was 2 tablespoons of milk, regular milk, not buttermilk, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So we're going to dump that in. Dump that in. I need to scrape this with something. A butter knife will do. So you want to scrape the sides of your bowl to make sure you're getting everything in there. Okay, it looks like frosting. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, tastes like 2 sticks of butter and 3 cups of confectioner's sugar, but it's alright. It'll do. Alright. That's pretty good. Yeah. Alright. So, now that my icing is made, I am just waiting for the cupcakes to bake. They will have to cool once they come out. So I'm going to clean up a little bit. And then when the cupcakes are cool and it's time to decorate, we'll go over how to turn them into unicorns. So we'll see how that goes. All right. Okay, we're back. So my cupcakes have cooled off. I'm going to go over the ingredients for the decorations, and then I'm just going to jump into it and we'll see how they turn out. So for the ingredients, we have a few different pieces. First, obviously, the unicorn horns. Now, if we go back to the picture here, in the book, they use bugles. You know, those little horn-shaped, cone-shaped chips. I went to 2 different stores today, and I could not find bugles. So, we're gonna have pretzel horns, and hopefully they look as cute as the book. I don't know if they will, but we're just working with what we got here. So, pretzels or bugles for the horn. Okay. For the ears, the recipe says to take melting candy melts. They're just little circles of candy that you can melt down to make other candies. But you just cut them in half and you get 2 like cute little ears. So, and then finally for the mane, we're using shredded coconut, sweetened flaked coconut is what you get in the store. And I dyed it using gel food coloring. I put some of the coconut in a baggie, put some of the food coloring on top, shook it really hard, and it came out colorful. And then once I made the 4 different colors, I just mixed them together in a bowl. So that's going to be the hair, the mane on the unicorn. Oh, and the eyes. I got black writing gel for the eyes. So the recipe calls to color a little bit of the frosting and pipe it, but I found this and it looked much easier than doing that, so that's what I'm gonna do. All right, so I'm gonna start. I don't need that anymore. I have an icing spatula. If you have one of these, that's best. And I'm just going to start icing these cupcakes. So the recipe says you need about 1.5 tablespoons of frosting per cupcake. I am terrible at frosting cakes. This is gonna be an interesting experience. And I'm gonna have to, oh, I'm already tearing it up. All right, I think we need a little bit more. Stop ripping. You want a flat surface to put your decorations on. Oh, this is terrible. Oh my goodness. Like I said, I don't do this. I don't decorate. I don't bake for fun. I don't decorate when I do bake. I just keep things simple. So this is a bit out of my comfort zone when it comes to the kitchen. But it's fun to get out of your comfort zone, right? It's fun to try new things. So maybe you'll feel inspired by this and decide that you can try baking something fun and cute. Like I said, you can get this book from the library. So if you want to place a hold, I'll put the link below so that you can put a hold on it and get it yourself if you want. These are coming out so ugly. I'm just rolling with it. I am not going to spend hours icing these cupcakes. That's just not gonna happen. It is pretty cool though that I have a job where I get paid to make YouTube videos and ice cupcakes. So I'll think about the little things, right? Especially at a time like this, you gotta think about the little things. Those are hideous, but we're just gonna keep moving right along. Okay, next up, horns. Wiping my hands off. That's first. Wiping my hands off. Then let's see. These are probably kind of long on their own. Well, no. One pretzel will do. So I'm just going to stick a pretzel on the top of each cupcake. So far, what I got, iced cupcake, pretzel horn. Now I'm going to add the ears. So I'm going to take my candy melt pieces, oh, that's so cute. Look at that. How cute is that? All right. Okay, I got my ears on. Now it's time for the main. So I'm gonna get my colored coconut, and I'm just going to kind of, how am I gonna do this? I'm just gonna kind of drop some on and press it in. Oh boy. Okay. Now for the last step, I just gotta make these little eyes. So this is definitely gonna be interesting. Okay. Let's see. Oh, that's actually pretty easy. Two little eyes. I'd say that's pretty cute. I did that. Alright, there's one. I'm just gonna set them over there when they're done. Okay. These are as good as they're going to get. So, once again for you, there's the nice beautiful book. All perfect and lovely. With their horns that look like horns. And, let me see if I can pick the best one. Oh god, they're all so terrible. I'll tell you what, this one's pretty good. This is my creation. That's the best one I could find. So, guess I might as well see how it tastes, huh? Alright. I got nothing better to do. Tell you how the gluten-free flour turned out. It's alright. Oh, that buttercream frosting is strong. It is so flavorful. Yeah, that came out pretty good with the gluten-free flour. I'm not gonna lie. So, if you're gluten-free and you want to bake, don't be afraid to. You can bake. Clearly, if I can do this, you can do it. So, I'm gonna chew my food and then keep talking. So this has been a little adventure in baking. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you feel inspired to go try something yourself. Like I said, I'll link below to the cookbook and maybe some other cookbooks too that you might find interesting, and you can check them out from the library. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.